Looks like we got some magic spells to cast tonight. The demons have responded to Nova's sacred divine list of the list of demons that need to be sent back to the fiery pit of the underworld. Looks like we've got one that's really a great offender here. A real demon of the abyss. Oesh, oesh. Uro, uro. Liurusush. Sus urshem je uosh. Never mind. It's already been cast anyway, so whatever. I haven't used that one a lot, but there's plenty of other spells to use. So we're going to cover something that is quite diabolical. One of these demons thinks there's even some kind of legal case here, and there's not. And this level of trolling should be illegal.
Girl,
this kind of shit should be illegal.
Nastiest I've ever.
And it's completely out of context of what Nova did.
Trust.
It's just a simple list
Is
of vile demons. And Jesus knows what to do with demons. There it is, the holy list. The list of all that is evil on this earth. So actually, it's most of it. Doesn't cover all of it. But it does cover a lot of the evil. The demons. Sophia Chu is the only one that actually doesn't even belong in this list, but Nova did actually start that himself, from what I know. That's literally the only one that doesn't belong on here, but all the other ones, they belong on here. And Bloodspeth in red. Yeah, I know exactly what to do with that one. I don't know. Nova knows about the Death Note. And he knows I'm going to send him one. I'm not sure he's going to put this list inside it. Even though the rules of the Death Notes, you got to use the Death Notes paper to write these lists. But he's more than welcome to do it. I'll buy it. Curse the thing myself. It'll be full of hell's most vile, most violent, vile, monstrous demons known. But Nova is going to receive a Death Note. Blessed by me, of all people. And it will be a blood curse on it as well. Some of my most powerful black magic that I know.
Nova, how could you put me in your notebook?
Wait till you're in mine,
You made a
bitch!
list. Yeah, maybe it's just a fake
Wait
list.
till you're in mine!
Fake list. I mean, after all, Totes is on there. And we all know how Nova feels about
MDA is MDA.
I asked my brother, who was in law school, his opinion about this list, and he was kind of.
There is nothing wrong with the list.
And yes, this is my real brother.
There's no implications whatsoever.
I wouldn't lie about having a brother.
No, he was a trusted only child, growing up afraid of everything.
And again, you've lied to me so many times. Like even still, I still don't know what goes up with your brother who allegedly was pregnant. Wasn't real. Like that still has never been a thing. And that happened on Christmas. And every time
I guess Nova's gonna get lessons in real magic.
But before we get into that, I was
The
advised
dark
to say
stuff.
that this is not legal advice and should not be interpreted as legal advice. My brother is a law student and is not a lawyer, so if you're wanting legal advice, talk to a lawyer. This video is more of a hypothetical for funsies situation type deal.
Yeah, that's all there is making shit up.
Get into the juice part of the video. I sent my brother Nova's silly video of the list asking
Yeah.
him if there was anything illegal.
Okay, let's make this full screen. Holy, holy is our Lord. Holy, holy is the power of the black magic. As crazy as it may sound, but there really is a true holy power here involved. The power of Jesus. He will handle these demons. And so will I.
About Nova making this list because I am on it. My brother's first thoughts were that the song choice was, quote, awfully precious. Originally, this video had Taylor Swift's song, Look What You Made Me Do, accompanying it. Then he gave me his legal analysis. His first thoughts,
One to which there is actually
from a legal
none.
point of view, were what possible laws were broken or crimes committed by Nova in context of the list and his current revenge arc. My brother said that there are two ways to go down, one being threatening behavior / terrorist threats.
Which there are none.
Let's first look at
There are none. It is bullshit. You guys are making up lies, as you always do. You make up lies. Actually, I need to keep that video up because we got to finish it. But it won't let me now.
no, not the server!
It won't even get back to it. Fucking load of shit this is. It won't get back to where I was.
Growing up afraid of it.
And again, you lied to me. So
Schultz.
allegedly had a heart attack. It wasn't real. Okay.
It's here
My brother
somewhere.
is a law student and is now that illegal.
Okay, it's back to where we were. Let's put up the image. Let's start the community tab. Okay. Okay, it's not working right. Slow. Okay, it's actually got to turn that around. There might be some shit in here, and it's truly dark and evil. Don't need that. It's not where I put it. Here it is. Good jinx. It always makes it appear. Okay. Let's go for some real magic. Where the hell did I put the craziest stuff? The real magic. Always has to be at the very bottom or non-existent. No, it's not even there. Okay, that's it. Post. Okay, that's done. Now let's get back to what we were doing.
Nova making this list because
It's still
I am
14
my
minutes of
brother's
bull
thoughts were that the song choice was, quote, awfully precious. Originally, this video had Taylor Swift's song, Look What You Made Me Do, accompanying it. Then he gave me his legal analysis. His first thoughts when it came to a legal point of view were what possible laws were broken or crimes committed by
I'm in my own book of
context
suggested
of the
videos.
list and
gotta
his
see
current
this.
revenge arc. My brother said that there are two roads
My own
to go
video.
down here. One being threatening behavior / terrorist threats, or the other being harassment.
My own
Let's
video.
first look at the threats option. My brother said that 4 important elements must for a person to be charged with threatening behavior. 1, a specific threat of violence or other illegal activity.
Yeah.
Threatening
Bullshit.
2, intent to cause fear. 3, the threat is imminent, and 4, any reasonable person would believe it is a credible threat. All 4 must be filled.
Yeah, and none of them are. Reality is not a single one of those is filled by any of the people on that list. Not one of them. They have actually all said they're not afraid of him. So the whole thing is bullshit. And they got their own. They'd have to take down their own. That.
Since all 4 components must be true,
It's bullshit.
through all 4 with Nova's note-like list. The first is
And it's you people calling it a death note like list. I'm the one that's going to send him the death note. One that is cursed in blood magic, of course. Wouldn't send him anything less, would I? I want to see the trolls burned to white ash. I want to see them cast into the lake of fire like the serpent at the end of time when God's judgment comes back to this earth. Hell yeah!
specific threat of violence or other illegal activity. My brother
And religious violence doesn't count.
I don't see a specific threat here. The song
Of course, there's not a specific threat. Demons do go back to hell, and they go back to hell every freaking day. And all the Death Note's gonna do is facilitate that with blood magic.
and
it should.
and might mention a gun, but it's not specific. And any good lawyer of his would just say,
And there's no gun mentioned.
as a content creator, well, yes, there may be no specific threat here. Knowing Nova, it is entirely possible, however. He probably just hasn't thought of anything specific he wants to do because he hasn't gotten that far in his revenge arc yet. I believe the stage where Nova is
Yeah,
mentally in a revenge arc right now is just saying he is in a revenge arc. So, the second element is the intent to cause fear. My brother says,
Let me show you what's going on. See,
show intent to cause
fear my
but
ass.
he's a lawyer
Bullshit. Look at how
and
how she's
he's
still
a
acting
well-established
after this.
content creator.
Look at how she is still acting after the list. That shows absolutely no fear. Even she is faking, trying to like exaggerate things by calling it a death note when it's not. I haven't sent the death. I haven't even ordered the death note to even curse the thing in blood magic. And I think I know which gods I'm going to use. And I know Angra Mainyu may be the first one, along with Eris, a god of war. Odin in there just for the hell of it. It's going to have some serious judgment on this thing.
That's debatable. And this is his art, and he's made no explicit or specific threats. In my opinion, I think Nova's intention for this video was to cause fear. He tries to intimidate
Wrong.
and people who make videos about him all the time. He is always attempting to scare people into silence. He will dox anyone who reports the truth about his actions. He even doxed his ex to try to scare him from participating in the interview he had.
Good job, Nova. Good job.
A long pattern of
He's a traitor.
to get what he wants, and what he wants is for his allegations of being a predator to disappear. But that will never happen. I will continue to speak out about the very real threat to children.
There is no threat at all.
Before I get too heated up,
If you haven't noticed, there is zero threat because all this shit happens online, and every single person that ever does anything has been a freaking troll. There has been no legitimate children in this. They've all been trolls. They've all been self-aware enough to know when to back off. This whole thing is crap. It's a lie.
about that topic, let's move on to the third element, which is the threats do not appear imminent. My brother
Of
writes,
course not.
threats do not
It's all
appear
bull.
imminent. Fringe, Taylor Swift, list, gun reference, and the stand your ground remark doesn't really add up to something imminent. I could agree with this one. Noah is lazy, and he never gets around to half the stuff he says he wants to do. So, yeah. And now the last...
See, you just destroyed your own argument right there. There is zero threat, like 100%. Nothing is ever going to come of it until the Death Note arrives. And I bet I don't even know if he's going to be active enough to fill it in and like describe the horrific things in his mind. Because I actually have a Death Note. It's not blessed or cursed or anything, but I do own one. Haven't used it in years, so let me get the dust off of it. You see a brand new looking Death Note. So yes, I do own a freaking Death Note. Yes, I do own one. It has the rules. It's quite a thick section of rules. And yeah, it's a lot of rules in here. And yes, I have actually used it. And yes, this person is actually dead. Not by dogs, as I desired it to be. I wanted it to be extraordinarily vicious. So yeah, I did use it. He drowned in a freaking lake. You can look it up. You can look his name up and find that that piece of shit died by drowning in a freaking lake.
Element here is any reasonable person would believe it is a credible threat, my brother said. Given all that, a reasonable person would interpret it as a credible threat. That is usually up for the trier of fact to decide, usually a jury and sometimes a judge. This is the hardest one.
Well, you know, I do actually have a book I should send him. I believe it's this one. The Hand of Sockness. The actual working Death Note. And you can see right there, it actually has some real shit in here. Like rules, those that walk with the Lord and are only one set of tracks in the sand are immune to death and harm, which none of the trolls are. Absolutely none of the trolls walk with Jesus. And there's only one set of tracks in the sand. That alone makes 100% of the trolls guilty. This book will absolutely work. I just got to make a version of this thing. I don't know. Noah could fill up 100. I think it can fill up 100 pages with all the freaking comments and haters. And all I have to do is sign it in blood. Send it to him. It's got vile gods in here. Some of the worst shit ever. Yeah, these gods aren't even regular gods. They're essences of just the most evil shit out there. Sacrifices, malevolence, violence, death, destruction, slaughter, damnation. These are the gods of Valos, one of the entities that I channel. I can guarantee that is going to be one of the most... That is probably the most dangerous thing I can even hand this dude.
But because the other elements aren't met yet, I am doubtful. Okay, if you didn't know the noble lore and didn't understand how topsy-turvy his heffalump brain is, a reasonable person would think this is not a credible threat.
Would somebody living in fear call him a huffalump brain? No. I can guarantee all the people on that friggin' list are exactly the same. There is zero legal grounds here.
However, Noah is not a reasonable person. He is illogical at best. I think if you are familiar with Noah, you would have reason to believe that Noah is serious in his head, but he lacks the intellectual tools to execute any plans of revenge. So, my brother,
that's where you people are wrong. Revenge can come in many forms. And in this case, it will be in a form of blood magic. And it won't be just any blood magic. You ain't gonna find this in no Google search. I haven't even published some of these books. They're not even in a Google Drive. They're not even online. And I'm just going to hand this shit over to Nova and let him have all the fun he wants. I don't care what happens. I'm on his side. He is not going to write my name in there. I'm the one helping him destroy the enemy, Satan. I'm helping someone, a fellow Christian, destroy the devil. So I should probably make a book about people who should be blessed and send that to him so he can write my name and his name into it. I can probably rest assured that Alice ain't going to appear in that book, but he is most certainly going to receive the hand of Sockness. And I'll most certainly be doing some spells tonight after this.
Nova is on his revenge arc, my brother said. Even with the revenge arc framework, I still think the analysis stands. He's a content creator, so any good lawyer of his will say revenge could mean making a mockery video or something. My brother and I talked further about Nova's revenge arc as a whole, specifically more about Nova attempting to dox Bloodspeth as part of the current revenge arc. He said because of the many factors of this revenge arc and other actions Nova has taken recently, including Nova's attempt to dox the person in red, could be considered harassment. Like wrong with threats of violence, there are requirements for harassment as well to be considered. My brother says these elements are intent to annoy, alarm, or cause emotional distress. The action done lacks a legitimate purpose. The reasonable person would find the acts harmful. The victim suffered genuine fear or emotional distress. And 5, the victim did nothing to encourage or invite this behavior.
A lot of that doesn't even apply here. Seriously, there is no fear among these stupid freaking demons. And the victim, supposedly, aka the demonic trolls, they invited all of this behavior. And they invited everyone else that is on his side to also get involved and use their black magic. So no!
We'll start with the first element, which is the intent to annoy, alarm, or cause emotional distress. My brother and I both agree that Nova intended for the people on the list to feel fear and emotional distress, but a jury would have to decide on that. The second element is the action done lacks a legitimate purpose. This second one is...
there is an extreme legitimate purpose here. We're in a state of war. Humans versus demons. We are in a state of war. We're in a literal state of war between good versus evil. Nova is on the side of good, and so am I. You demons are on the side of evil, and you will be stopped. Jesus is coming back to this world in the form of Donald Trump. And he will rise, and I will be contacting him to start making laws against online bullying of this sort. And Nova's not the perpetrator of anything here. He's completely innocent, 100% innocent. Everyone that keeps fucking with him is a troll. It's pretty obvious. Even the supposed underage people that mess with him, they're still trolls. And they're just as guilty as the people that cover him and make up lies about him. It's pretty clear that all these people are freaking trolls. Even Alice is a troll. It's going to take some time for him to figure that out, but he will eventually. He's going to put her name in the book. And by then, he will have
was Nova's
the
plan
death
to harass,
note.
or was his plan to achieve something else that didn't really have anything to do with harassing the people on the list? My brother had this to say about this one. It might seem obvious that his behavior lacks legit purpose, but a good lawyer would probably say even bad publicity is good publicity.
Yep.
I could argue that it's an online feud intending to boost visibility for all parties. A jury would have to decide.
The only piece of truth on there, it's about publicity. Well, I'm the one that's trying to twist this into some kind of war between good and evil. And I'm the only one that seems to be well aware that these trolls, these haters, are in fact actually demons from the darkest layer of freaking hell. And I'm going to teach Nova how to do battle effectively with black magic. And if he is diabetic, he's already got the first tool needed. He's got a lancet tool to draw his own blood to make the ultimate sacrifice for the battle of good and evil. He'll be ready to receive the Hand of Sockness, the most powerful occult book I have not even released. And it might actually be more dangerous than the Zare Codex, which I've been cursing the trolls with so far. Music Biz Marty is burning in hell right now for attacking a disabled person. Imagine what happens if I hand that kind of reckless power to Nova. One, you should imagine what he could do with that kind of power. Whether I have a channel or not isn't going to matter. I know where he lives. You idiots made his address public. It's just, I don't know. Tomorrow I'm going to order the book. I'm going to order the copy of that book made, and he's going to receive it. The Hand of Sockness. It's an actual working death note. It's one of these from fiction, but imagine if some sorcerer were to take that idea and make a real version. Blessed by arcane demons of destruction, death, and mayhem.
Again, a jury full of lay people wouldn't understand that Nova has only one brain cell. He would never think
There's your error.
that the list would be good for him.
He's got more than you.
An elaborate scheme to involve all his ops for his views is way beyond Nova, because Nova has the intellectual prowess of Patrick Star.
You may be an open book, SpongeBob, but I'm a bit more complicated.
Yep.
The inner machinations of my mind are an enigma.
Yes.
The third element is the reasonable person would find the acts hostile. My brother said,
No, they wouldn't.
hostile. I agree. A missing video with a list of people Nova doesn't like.
You know, the reality is everybody has so far laughed. So nobody has found it hostile. Everybody has freaking laughed their asses off. I'm the only one that's already casted spells on behalf of Nova. And given what happened to Music Biz Marty, and that might have been a little slow with the death curses and all, and what I'm doing now is even more reckless, completely reckless. I don't even know what's going to happen. There might be a Cascadia earthquake or something that's going to wash some fucker out who got too close and decided to release information that shouldn't have been released. I don't know.
Have tried to go after and dots in the past. That's hostile. The next is the fourth element.
Then you shouldn't say things about nobody he doesn't want to
Or
release.
emotional distress. My brother said this about the fourth element. The only one doxed was one person, so we'd have to ask them. As for the other people on that list, they would have to testify to the distress they suffer from being on this list.
Yeah. Well, so far, everybody that's on that list has freaking laughed. So it's all bullshit. They would be lying to try to claim, oh, we're afraid. Oh, he's going to do something. Well, bullshit. You've all said you're not afraid. You don't have any fear of the lolcows, no matter who it is. So your case is dead. You'll have to delete your freaking channels and shit, and edit out the things in your videos where you laughed at them, and then make new videos claiming that you're afraid. And since it comes after the making of this video, it's all bullshit, and it will be exposed as bullshit. I'm 100% on Nova's side on this, and he definitely does deserve a copy of the most dangerous book on earth. The Hand of Sockness, the actual Death Notes, the one that does work because it has the patron gods of mayhem and destruction. And that's what he's going to get. he's going to receive one of those. I'm going to print the thing out, send it to him, and say, have fun, buddy. Have fun. Let your wildest imagination loose.
In this hypothetical court case, I guess I would be one of those people to testify about the level of distress I experienced because I am, after all, on the list. Am I afraid of Nova? No. However,
see, you admit it right there.
In his own words, horrible people he's getting ass pats from in his alleged predatory Discord servers? No, I do not. I believe Noah has admitted to being their friends, to aid in his revenge arc against the people on the list by perhaps these very bad people doxing or extorting content creators for making videos, calling out Nova's predatory behavior. And to Nova, I just want to say you're a fool for being these people's friends. Nova even gets getting blackmailed by these people because that's what they do. They aren't your friends, Nova. You're the one that's going to get hurt in the end, not the people on the list. At least that's my prediction. Also, Purity Sin is on this list, and Nova and his cronies have been harassing her nonstop on her live streams, and they have also been supporting her online endeavors. So I think she would have a lot to say here as well. And also, Nova gave...
Well, Purity Sin should shut her fucking trap when it comes to Nova. That's all there is to it. Shut your fucking trap about Nova. Because a lot worse is coming. There's going to be demons in your freaking mirrors. There's going to be all kinds of horror. The book I'm sending him, he isn't going to know how to control that kind of dark power. He is not going to be strong enough to control it. It's going to run amok. I'm handing him the Hand of Sockness, an actual functional, book. And it does take some mental training to get exactly what you want. The problem is, a Hand of Sockness manifested my brother's death as a drowning in a lake. You can look his evil ass up. That piece of shit got what he deserved. Right there. Right there. Jesse Ball Sockness. Mauled by dogs. Well, when I made this thing, blessed it, I didn't have that much control. My God, my overlord, took control and said he was going to drown in a lake. And that was 24 hours before he actually drowned in a lake in Kansas. You can actually look this up. And it looks very suspicious, actually. Socknesses are fact. We float like boats. We don't float like the Titanic. We float like styrofoam boats. We can't be sunk. But yet, he sunk to the bottom, and it took weeks to find the body. There is real black magic in this world. There are real demons in this world. The trolls are the demons. And there are angels in this world, the beings that destroy demons and thrust them into the fiery lake of fire that is hell. That is where they belong. My brother is in hell. So is Music Biz Marty. He is in hell, burning as he deserves. And Nova's going to learn all this power because he is a saint.
A few folks
he is holy.
To the Chins channel, who is also on the list, by the way.
Yes.
Striking a channel is a
we're saying lies
thing, because if you get enough of them, your channel is gone for good. Everything you
for saying lies.
The drain. Nova attempted to falsely take down Chin's channel because he had the nerve to call him out on his alleged
take it down.
Behavior.
I agree. I told him take it down.
The victim did nothing to encourage or invite this behavior.
The victim did incredibly massive amounts to encourage the behavior. They make lies about Nova. They tell lies and make up stories. And they invite trolls. And they even network with people just to spread more rumors and lies about him. So yes, they did encourage the behavior extremely badly. Yes. Why else would I send a little cow the most dangerous black book ever written by a human hand? A book that I wrote without the assistance of demonic behaviors and activities of the other side. A book that I created with their knowledge, the demonic knowledge of both heaven and hell. Lucifer helped me write The Hand of Sockness, the actual working Death Note. I should probably send Nova a copy of that book every freaking month. He's just going to fill it up with haters. I guess I got to get a hold of him and find out how many of these things do you need? How many pages should I fill? How many pages should I put in there for you to fill with all your hatred and malice for the enemy?
My brother's
It's going to get insane.
one, he says,
The enemy
might be a
must be
tricky one.
stopped.
I'd say it's obvious the victims did nothing, but his lawyer could say there's enough behavior from the victims that Nova would find harassing. On a
Yes!
jury, my brother and I discussed that the majority of the people on the list are content creators that expose Nova's alleged or not.
Alleged. Key word, alleged. It's not a word in my language, but it's apparently a word in the language of the enemy. Alleged. It's all alleged, as it is not fully proven or factual.
So alleged predatory behaviors. And this is
See, that's trolling, dude. She ain't afraid.
Trier of fact.
You got no case.
His lawyer could state in court that there is a pattern of harassing behavior by the people on the list of which his client deserves none of, which is baloney. By committing the harassing behavior, his client is merely retaliating. If both sides are harassing each other, then judges and juries are usually not going to help either side.
The judges and jury should help Nova. There is clear evil intentions from these demonic trolls, and they need to be destroyed. I don't care by which means hell decides is necessary, whether it be by flood, forest fire, or some kind of earthquake that brings down the entire west coast of the United States. It's going to be something. I'm going to be practicing my black magic against them for sure. And I will be praying for everything from fires, earthquakes, floods, thunderstorms, and even a hurricane to hit San Diego again. It'll be named after another freaking liberal. Well, Hurricane Hillary is going to have a cousin or something. We're going to find out, aren't we? When we start finding out where these damn trolls live.
Lawyer on your side.
Or I cast storm spells.
This man is dangerous, and there's concrete evidence that he's dangerous.
He's not
And y'all
dangerous.
have
It's
done nothing
bullshit.
illegal except alert the public of.
All you gotta do is walk fast, and he can't catch you. It's that easy. There is zero danger. He has never endangered an actual child in any way, shape, or form. Every single person he's ever dealt with was a troll. Even Alice. She walked away, pushed back when it went too far. Every freaking minor he has ever met has been there specifically to collect information on him and try to work against him. Thus, they are fully aware of what they are doing, making Nova 100% innocent again. This alone, actually, this is one of many of these that justifies why I'm going to send him the Hand of Sockness, the living actual Death Note. He needs to defend himself against vile demons like the trolls and the haters.
Someone potentially dangerous. All legal. It would be his lawyer's job to poke as many holes in that as possible.
Wouldn't be that hard to do. I already destroyed it.
Cyberbullying coming into play here from Nova's end.
Tons of cyberbullying.
Since that's a crime now, most all jurisdictions require the behavior to have a pattern and exist over time.
And it has. The pattern has existed for like, I don't know, how long has he been online? Since 2019? Since he's been like actively trolled? Yes, there's a 7-year pattern of hate and malice sent against him. And yes, he's got a case for that because he is being cyberbullied by every person on that goddamn list.
So I don't.
He has every right to defend himself.
If suddenly others get doxxed and then their names turn red, then there might be another story. So does my brother, who is a student of law, think that Nova has committed any crimes by making this list? No. When it comes to Nova making
Holy shit! Her brother's actually smart. Nova didn't commit any crimes. There we go. If a student can determine that, it shouldn't take much brains to realize Nova is fully innocent. He's never actually crossed the legal line.
possible threats, my brother concludes that Nova hasn't committed any crimes by making this list because there aren't direct parallels to violence. He says at minimum it warrants evidence, but I think my brother would agree with me that there would be room for argument on whether or not Nova would be tried for harassment. As
It's not!
so far on his
Every person on that list is harassing him. He should have the legal grounds to do something about it. All those channels should be shut down. Every single one of them.
current revenge arc. Even though all this hypothetical talk of Noah being charged with crimes was exciting, I just have to remind all of you cool cobras that this isn't real legal advice. But something good did come from all of this mess that Nova created, because Nova decided to put a whole bunch of...
Yep, all these demons. Look at all those demons. Every single one of those demons. Especially the Bloodspeth. Worst offender in this case. Since I don't got Cyrax to deal with right now, N-word boy and William Gloryhole, aka Timothy Potts, aren't on this list, but I will add them before I send the book. Those two will be added. And I'm sure Nova's going to be like, oh, who are those two? Well, I think I'm going to put a note in there who those two are. That they're his future enemies when Cyrax dies. They're going to come after him next. Because I know it. I know N-word boy and William Gloryhole are going to come after Nova when Cyrax does die. Cyrax is already on death's door. Because I was never able to save him, and I can't take care of him here because it would take too long to get the nursing care that he actually needs to thrive, and the social programs it would take to like deal with his social needs, like ARC, which does exist in his state, but I think it was in Cleveland. It wasn't nearby. It would still take his mother an hour to drive there. But there are going to be some more trolls. I'm sure the Cyrax community is going to end up on this freaking list. Because once Cyrax, like I said, once Cyrax dies, the next little cow down the list is Nova. And I'm hoping I'm going to be in his corner completely at that point. That I'll be on a first name basis. And that he will be well trained in blood magic at that point.
content creators' names on his large platform in a dramatic manner, it gave especially us smaller channels a chance for people to find us. Even Smokey MCC mentioned my...
See, the trolls have absolutely no fear. They're using the list as networking, which shows zero fear. Zero. Completely zero fear. It's complete bullshit. There is no fear. They're using it to network. That shows they have no fear. There is no case because they're using the list to network and continue to work against him. That means me and Nova need to step up the game and start using blood magic. We don't have a choice at this point. Actual blood magic. The kind that the voodoo priests in Louisiana are using to do shit.
Channel
We gotta move forward, Nova.
As for me, I have
You
never
need to
heard
find the video
creator names. which
and
is
message
great
me.
because now I get more Nova and lolcow content creators to watch. Yay!
See? They're laughing at like I said, they're laughing at him.
Publicity.
No fear at all.
Everyone on the list, not Lemur, obviously. A shout out because Kiwi tapes.
Even she hates creeping lemur. Creeping lemur, you really fucked up if your own kind are hating you now. You know the reality is, all you fucking trolls are probably fat basement dwellers. Because not a single one of you are willing to show your face because they're gonna look like Foodie Beauty or that other I don't know, the other squishy one. The hell was her name? Whatever. There was another one that was pretty damn fat that weighed like 600 pounds. Makes me wonder how many of you are warty 600-pound basement dwelling, never seen the light of day animals. Ugh. Gross.
Smoky MCC, Medusa does seduce.
Oh, I know her fat name, Amberlyn Reed. It's like you must be. It's like all you lolcows. Or at least I'm actually referring to the people that talk about lolcows at this point. You're all 600-pound my life victims. You can look at me every time I come on here. You know how big I am. I'm not 600 pounds. I'm under 200. I'm about 193. So I'm not 600 pounds. I'm not afraid to show my face. Even to Nova. I'm going to hand him the most dangerous book I've ever written. And I'm not afraid to show my face because I know I am his friend and I am his ally. I'm going to give him the power to send you motherfuckers to hell. The power he deserves. Nova deserves cosmic, godlike power. Not cosmic phenomenal power. Only the genie from Aladdin can have that. And he can have it. But cosmic god power? I'll give that to Nova. I'll share my power with Nova. I will share the greatest powers I have with Nova so that he can destroy the trolls. Like I did to Music Biz Marty. Yeah, drug overdose wasn't what I wanted. Again, same thing with my brother. I said mauled by dogs. Wasn't what I wanted. But an end. I am satisfied with an end. And I don't think we should be picky about that. The gods are opportunistic. And they will do all kinds of just vile and evil things. Angramanu is one of my best friends. At least from Earth. Valos is my best friend from outer space. And his religion has delivered to me, I don't know, about 20, 30 gods of just pure evil mayhem. The kinds of just vile, monstrous evil. Like, this ain't the kind of shit that Hitler did or Pol Pot or some serial killer. I'm talking about a cosmic evil. Its singular desire is the destruction of humanity. And if it can find an excuse to manifest it, I'm more than willing to help them do it, one step at a time, to manifest the destruction that they seek. Humanity, I don't know, there's a prophecy that they have spoken about, that humanity would live to defy them if it was allowed to leave the earth. So I am watching the Artemis missions to the moon, knowing that humanity leaving the earth and building a base on the moon could be disastrous for all life on earth, given that there is a cosmic evil that I am pouring all of my hatred to, for that he gave me the wisdom and the knowledge to create a book so evil, so vile, whose very existence shouldn't even be allowed in the physical morality of this earth. It's called Hand Sockness. One of the most dangerous things I've ever created. Conjures gods whose names are the very aspects of immortal sin. We're not talking about the 7 deadly sins that humans face. We're talking about immortal sins. Things that God doesn't forgive. And they are sacrifices, malevolence, violence, death, destruction, slaughter, damnation. As you should know, some of these only gods can perpetrate. But this is a power I'm willing to hand to Nova. I'm willing to let him have it. Let him wield the mighty power. And it is by the power of Ashme Ueo, a name I should never mortally speak because it is evil. By merely saying it, I'm invoking evil upon this earth. The translation is, by the power of the evil god, I invoke thee, gods of death. Sacrifices, I invoke thee. Malevolence, I invoke thee. Violence, I invoke thee. Death, I invoke thee. Destruction, I invoke thee. Slaughter, I invoke thee. Damnation, I invoke thee. I consecrate this book in your names and seal all who are killed by this book. Sacrifices in the names, malevolence in the names, violence in the names, death in the names, destruction in the names, slaughter in the names, damnation in the names. By the power of evil, I invoke the evil God. I am the hand of God and judge death where it is done. By the power of my cursed dead, it shall be cursed slaughter, that those I name in my book shall be taken into death. Greetings upon evil, my curse is set in this book as in stone. That is the direct translation of the spell put upon this book. And that is far more scary than anything you're going to find in this paltry little text of the Death Note. You know, of all the pages in here that are black that give you rules and all that, nothing in here tells you how to, I don't know, charge this thing to actually work. So I put my vast and unknowable knowledge of black magic into literally creating an actual Death Note. a real working Death Note. It's called the Hand of Sockness. And it does contain a cover that looks like this. The spell is written out in here, and it is translated down here, and anything I add here is going to be where Nova is going to write the scariest, most violent thoughts he's ever had. Look at that thing. Look how evil. Look at the text. Look at how... Just feel the evil just oozing off of those blood runes. Those are blood runes, by the way. It is the Erase. It is the Erase. I don't play around. I want Nova to have a real occult power. If he's going to write a list of people, I mean demons, who need to be sent back to hell, I'm most certainly going to give him unimaginable power to do it. I sent Music-Based Marty to hell. He attacked my saint, Saint Cyrax, patron god over the troll community. And look where he is. He's burning in hell. And you know what? Bloodspeth deserves to burn in eternal fire. He deserves to be cast into the lake of fire with all the other demons, all the trolls, all the haters. There's a reason Bloodspeth is red. Fiery like lava red? Or is it just blood red? For the sacrifice. Noah's gonna have to give his own blood to seal the deal. And if he's diabetic, he's already got the tools for that. He has to measure his blood sugar. The tool already is in his house, but we'll find out. I will send him the Hand of Sockness, and he will write the names of his enemies in there, and those souls, they look delicious. I love juicy souls. I love the taste of souls in the morning. Delicious souls. Oh, sexy! Oh, man, he would love to see that. That was sexy. Oh, yeah. Look at the size of that god. It's huge. That's a god. Oh, yeah. That's a big god. That's a ginormous god. And you wonder what I use for magical sacrifices. When it ain't my blood, it's usually alcohol, because that's what me and the gods drink. Me and the gods do drink, honey. We drink lots because we're thirsty gods. We want to sacrifice. Oh. Oh! You thought you were going to see me in my underwears, didn't you, you naughty little bucks? No, you're not. No, you're not. You naughty little bucks. You thought you'd see me in my underwears? We know you're a bunch of sick fucks. You would love that. I get more comments when I dance sexy. Oh, when I dance sexy. I should take over. Should I do it? Should I become the god of Idaho? Should I do it? Should I literally spiritually take over Coeur d'Alene, Idaho? I think we should. Shouldn't we? Or should I teach Nova how to do this? Do I even have the freaking time to do that? I don't think I do. Yeah, I don't think I got the time to teach Nova how to take over Coeur d'Alene spiritually and enslave their souls. So I think I'll do it and then I'll just hand him the power. Shit, I'm an honest soul. If he actually wants the power and is ready for it, I will hand it to him. Okay, va abdu Kalen Sockness Pinjda Abdu Tekelta Kalen Kevasom Penjig Vanampat Sarsakness Kil D Ilke Vanambat. I ordain Sockness as Holy Father, Elder God of Idaho. In the name of the Most High God, Yahweh, Amen. Engwe Uweo Jiner Nia Mishe. Lord God, Son Jesus, bring forth your divine wrath upon Coeur d'Alene and lay waste that which has sinned against Father Nova and what has sinned against us, your chosen people, those who choose Nova over all else. Urash Ingu Oshel Ure. Urash Ingu Oshel Ure. Urash Ingu Oshel Ure. Destruction upon those cursed souls that speak against Sockness and Nova and the truth of Sockness and Nova. Wemnie Urum and Shemongle. Kalen Abdu, Kalen Abdu, Kalen Abdu. So it has been cast. Me and Nova are the gods of Idaho. Well, I'm also god of California as well. I already done the original spell. LA is a fallen city, corrupted by destruction and doom. So, be the storm of God? Oh, yeah, I can be the storm of God. Emnie ala sulij omel. Oh, it's that simple, isn't it? It was my birthright. My complete birthright. I already awakened Josh Sockers. He's dead. I can't do anything more for him. Once you're dead, I can't do much more. I tried. Let me find some more shit to do. Here we go. Oh, this one's gonna be bad, and I like it. Mohem Sulij Lesho Ale Shema Ashme Uwayo M Ilne Oshel M Uwajer Ashme Uwayo Shio Unone Lesho Nem Sheashla Urnu is Usono Sul Ashme Ingu Juele Ingu Unone Room. You're really fucked up this time.
The Chin Unit, Bloodspeth, J. Bowens, Saturated Content, I'm Large, Uncle Drew 02, Turkey Tom, Mayor Menace, Straight into Bowl, Purity Sim Gaming.
You know, about half of those I don't even follow. So Nova must be looking himself up or something. I look myself up, and what I see is you trolls are actually afraid to cover me, knowing full well what happened to Music Biz Marty and my brother, who is literally in a fucking newspaper. And there's an obituary for Music Bitch Marty, who deserved his end for hitting a disabled person. I guess you people actually know I am actually powerful in my way, and you can't do anything about it. Because the occult is legal, and you should know that. You people laugh at us, so I know you're not afraid of me. Not until you get some kind of fucked up cancer that you may even realize that it was me casting all these dark spells. It's gonna be too late. You don't believe I'm a danger at all. You're not afraid of me at all. I know that. And I use that to fuel the power of my curses. So many people that I hate have gotten cancer, who died from mysterious circumstances. Myocarditis, pericarditis, esophageal cancers, thyroid cancers, liver cancers, brain cancers, all kinds of just horrible, fast-acting cancers. You can look it up yourself. There's a rising cancer because I've casted so many goddamn spells that I've actually had an impact on the statistics of very common fucking cancers. Go look it up. Look up in the last 5 years how much cancer has risen. I guarantee you there is a rise in cancer. It's because I have gone after people who hate Nova, who hate Cyrax, who hate Jupiter, and White Bowser. Actually, White Bowser is a very recent addition to that list, but I've added him. There's a rising cancer across the board, the United States. At least, but internationally it has also increased. There is an increase in cancer in the current world situation. I can guarantee every single one of those motherfuckers is aware of lolcows and has faced judgment for it. Blood magic is very powerful stuff. The rules it has, I understand them fully. Their souls are trapped and are bound to my fate. They're going to be reincarnated as Rokot. Wake up to a rude awakening coming out of a furry womb. Or actually a furry pussy, because Rokot do got fur down there. Well, Shah Rokot definitely. What is it? Master Race? Master Race is kind of fuzzy. They're fuzzy. It's only the warrior race that may say no to your souls. But I guarantee the Master Race Rokot will definitely beat your ass into submission, tell you how to behave. And if you don't behave correctly, they'll put you in a home called the Benici Mental Health Facility. You will be locked up for not thinking correctly. So I think I put you in the right places by binding you to my fate. You're going to be born as the Rokot Master Race. And since you're a bunch of mental health patients on Earth, you're going to be even worse mental health patients on Kitasuna with the Rokot, with the Empire. And you know, there are no human rights on Kitasuna. There isn't even animal rights. Well, there is only Rokot rights, but you have to have a sound mind to exploit them. And since you don't believe in two genders, you aren't going to have those rights. It's all going to be stripped away. You're going to turn, 6 years old on Kitasuna? You're going to be like, oh, what about transgenders? Actually, the word transgender doesn't even exist. Actually, it does, but it doesn't exist as a single word. Well, hi, Xiong Kun. Hello. Welcome to the insanity of protecting Nova, the holy saint. There's only two genders. There is only two. Even on Kitasuna, they're still born one or the other. It just describes their physical morphology down there. That's it. But they are either male or female genetically. Intersex does not exist as a genetic condition. It is a morphological condition. The same thing even in the Rokot. And now we're going to talk about aliens. The Rokot have 3 genders. They're the only species I know of that does. Like actually 3. Because they're in a transitional period in their evolution with the Venori, which have 3. Actually, they have 2. They all have 2 genders in reality. They all have just 2 genders. But the division of the womb, milk, and the egg got separated in the Venori, but not the Rokot. The Rokot have an inert 3rd gender. But it is still masculine. It is still male. It just doesn't develop sexual organs. But we're not talking about humans here. That is a disorder. Xiongkun, that is a disorder. That is a disorder. There's very rare. It's extremely rare. There's XXX, there's XYY. They do exist, but they're not transgender. Those people do not identify as transgender unless they're completely mentally ill. No, I'm right. I'm 100% right. The Alien Race I channel has, I guess socially, they have 3 genders, but genetically, there's only 2. The 3rd gender that the Rokot have is a unit. It has no reproductive organs at all, but I believe it stems from the female. I believe that's what it stems from. When I go back to my notes, that's probably what it is. Because in the Venori, that are a further evolution ahead of the Rokot, not technologically anyways, but yeah, though the 3rd gender that the Rokot have eventually carried on the womb and the lactation function, while the female functional maintained its reproductive abilities. So I guess we're not talking about humans at all. We're talking about aliens here. We're talking about Venori. They have 3 functioning genders, not the Rokot with 2, with 1 inert. Venori have the milk and womb female is very rare. And there may be, maybe 2% of the population of their species. So they have a mansion that has these females in them and a village around it that has the reproductive ones, all the reproductive, the egg, the sperm, and they meet up with one of these females that is womb and lactation, which is the head of the colony, head of the clan. But in Rokot, the 3rd gender, it does nothing. It's not reproductive. It doesn't do anything. It's just there, and it only occupies about less than 1% of the population. We're human. We are mammals. We are primates. We don't have that, and we're not clownfish. We're not this species of rare lizard or insect that can change gender. No, we are primates. We don't have all that. And yes, my mind is very informed because I did study alien races. every single alien race I have ever studied or ever looked into, you can look this into yourself, all alien races except for the Rokot and Venori are bigender. They have two genders and that's it. There is no mention. Go ahead, look at all the alien races in the universe. Go look at, like, I don't know, the Galactic Federation website, Jalila Stars, Galactic Confederation, whatever she calls it. All the aliens have two genders. Only the Rokot have a third, and it's inert. And it comes from the female. And even among the Venori, there are two female genders within it. But they are distinctly two genders, even though they divide up the roles into a third. And it has to do with their social classes. It has to do with the social class of these two species. We could look at the Pathadians. They're just they have homosexuality, but no transgenderality among them. These are aliens within my channeling logs. And I would say the gayest of all the aliens, the Pathadians, they don't have transgenders. They are clearly binary. 100% binary. They must have been rolled back when they were created, because they were literally created from the Rokot. I think humanoid DNA or something. I don't know what the rest of the DNA was, but I can guarantee there's only two genders. And it all has to do with the DNA. It's what is it? Dirobic, what is some? Well, it's got two curves, it's got two helixes on it, and that's what makes the genders. It's not trihelix DNA. It's not trihelix. It's two. There's only two sides. There's two sides of a DNA molecule, and when they divide, they turn to RNA, convert back into DNA. They get built back into DNA and all that, and in mammal or animal cells that are like eukaryotes. I think there's archaea that are RNA, but I think a lot of them are DNA. And they split the DNA in half. But in Rokot and Venori are the only trigender, but it's only, I don't know, it's not even political. It's like social. So it's a social thing they have. But they do know that third gender is a female. It's just another form of female. They have two versions of female. But is definitely female. I'm not even sure you have this written in my books. This is just stuff I know that haven't been written down. Like the Rokot have two female genders. One is inert, and one does the female thing or whatever. They have it. They call the third gender a eunuch because it doesn't develop ovaries or testes in Rokot. And in Venori, I believe it's the same thing, but it does produce estrogen through the adrenal glands or whatever, and it does produce enough estrogen that it does give milk and produces a uterus for reproduction for the Venori race. Well, that's a little bit of alien biology for you. But if you go look up the reptilians, the greys, the insectoids, the Illyrians, everything on Jalila Star's website, they're all male, female, and strict as binary code about it. I can guarantee that. There is no transgender aliens. There are none. I was just at one today. So fuck you. You're going bye-bye, bitch. This ain't a conversation about Dennis. This is a conversation about alien sexuality. What I've already explained, there are only two genders in the universe. Basically, I'm explaining there's only two genders in the universe. And that's because of DNA. You only have two halves. They go boop, 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 spirals. They spiral together. There's only two halves. So that's why there's two genders, not 3, not 4, not 32, as the left would have you believe. It's not a spectrum. Gender is not a spectrum. It is a binary fact of DNA. Gender only exists because of DNA. So it is a fact of DNA. Let's go look up what the hell it even means, but let's go look it up. Deoxyribonucleic acid. Okay, where's the N come from? This is deoxyribonucleic acid. I guess nucleic is where the N comes from. Well, I'm not gonna look into I'm not gonna look into 3-strand DNA because you only get 3 strands when you're dividing the molecule for like to make proteins and all that shit. You get up to 4 strands when you're like producing proteins inside of a cell. But it's not a long-standing process when those new ages claim, oh, we're gonna upgrade to 3-stranded DNA. No, you're not, because 3-stranded DNA only occurs when a ribosome is creating a protein. That's it. You're not going to have quadRNA, or I guess qDNA or QNA. Well, the 4-sided molecule, like, oh, you're supposed to be super advanced, 4-sided DNA or whatever, like quadRNA, or I don't even know what they call it, but I heard there was 3-sided DNA. For like if you're super evolved, but that only happens when you're like producing proteins in your cells. I think 4 happens when there's a lot of proteins being produced. I'm not sure they even exist, but I know 3 sides exist. When a ribosome creates a protein, it turns into 3 for like a molecule at a time as it goes down the chain. You have 3-sided DNA, 3 helix, trihelix. It's pretty rare. It's pretty rare. There is no life form, or it's not stable, doesn't exist. Yeah, there is. There is something that's trihelix DNA. No way hell am I going to read that shit. It's called HDNA. Like oligonucleotides? That's what I think it says. Triple-stranded DNA, also known as HDNA or triplex DNA, is a DNA structure in which 3 oligonucleotides wind around each other to form a triple helix. In triple-stranded DNA, the 3rd strand binds to a B-form DNA via Watson-Crick base pairing, double helix by forming a Hoogsteen base pairs or reverse Hoogsteen hydrogen bonds. And there's a picture of the molecule. Well, like I said, I think it only forms when you're forming proteins with a ribosome. I think that's how triple helix DNA forms. I think you need a ribosome running up the DNA, ripping off an RNA strand, and forming proteins. Intermolecular and intramolecular interactions. There are two classes of triplex DNA: intermolecular and intramolecular formations, and intermolecular triplex refers to it. I don't know, is there anything here we can fucking convert to these morons? Looks like it's when DNA communicates with other DNA. Like when a chromosome wants to talk to a chromosome, they form triplex DNA and they form molecules between each other. That's what it looks like. So no, you're never going to evolve into a trihelix DNA creature. It's not real. It's just a process of DNA communicating molecules to a different part of the body. It's just, that's what it is. You have trihelix DNA while a ribosome is like printing off proteins and shit. Or the message that sockness is totally awesome. So, yes, I would create a virus. I would create a DNA stream that would say, sockness is totally awesome. Yeah, I would create a virus that does that. You read the DNA off of the proteins and it would spell my name. JACOB space and be like, I guess a chain of carbons would be a space. And then IS space, more carbons. AWESOME. Jacob is awesome. That would be an awesome virus to make. I don't think it would do anything. I think it would clear out the proteins pretty quick. I don't think a protein shaped like my name would be that harmful. At least I hope not. That would be pretty cool, wouldn't it? A virus that says, Jacob is awesome! Or it should say sockness is awesome, but there's not that many socknesses in the world. There's only like a couple of families, handful of families. So spell in sockness the American way. So it's guaranteed it belongs to me. Yeah. Faxy.
Solidus Nova, Major Chilla, Big Grubba, and Sensitive Society. That's it. Everyone go check them out. Oh, and Rashid.
No, don't check them out. They're enemies.
Because I certainly do.
If you check them out, you will be cursed. Fire the storms, the hell the storms, the wet weather and the storms shall be manifest against you all. Okay.
This really cool Avenger-style poster of everyone I just mentioned. I am honored to.
I'm not gonna show you. They don't deserve it.
And because of the added publicity from Nova, I am ever so close to exceeding Nova in subscribers on YouTube. So if you enjoy Nova, I am ever so really cool Avenger-style poster of everyone I just mentioned. I am.
You know who deserves to be shown?
Honored to be in the coalition against the Nova Stars.
No!
Because of the added publicity from Nova, I am ever so close to exceeding Nova in subscribers on YouTube. So if you enjoy,
fuck you!
They're subscribing so we can do that. And now I suppose it's time for the viewer pet segment. Our first pet is James P. Sullivan. This is what Sully's owner had to say about.
I'm a proud Nova Star.
Sully has one singular brain cell that we often question about its capability to.
I'm a proud Nova Star. She can go fuck herself, dude. I may be straight as an eagle, straighter than a laser 0G, but goddamn, I'm not gonna. I would never date a liberal. I would never, ever, ever date a leftist or a Democrat. Even if she paid me $100 billion, I would tell her to just put that money in Kilauea and be done with it. I don't want your money. You're a leftist. Fuck you. Go to hell. Emni ish emni ala suli jomel. May the fires of hell and God's judgment be upon you.
Work. Sleeping, eating plastic, and wreaking havoc at
Yeah,
one in the
I don't want anything to do with
Boy
you.
was adopted from the shelter by me when he was a kitten, and they found him on the streets of Syracuse, New York, eating a sock. He is an absolute menace to society and should be behind bars.
Yep, that cat is
Feel free to
dangerous.
take which photo of this little menace that you want to use. Side note, absolutely love your channel. I really hope you get more popular as you deserve it. Oh, well, that's...
Eh, fuck you, dude. You deserve death and destruction. Okay, let's see what we got from Nova, the ultimate. Nope, we got an error. We got an error. We have an error. Now I gotta figure out how to get that error to load so I can respond to it correctly. They must have retracted their comment because it ain't there. Yeah, the coward retracted. The coward. Okay, I'll show you directly. A coward. Coward retracted. Right here. Motherfucker told me to shut up. I will click on it. And it's gone. There is no comment. There's no comment. They are a coward. They're chicken shit. Somebody knows to fear me. Somebody knows to fear me. Somebody knows my true power. This is not there anymore. It's gone. And I'm going to say it. I'm going to reply to my own comment. I'm not going anywhere. Yeah, I'll tell them go feed my demons. Those a fucking coward to leave their comment. They're too chicken shit to leave it there. Okay, let's go contact Nova. My best friend. I'm gonna call my best friend from now on. I'm gonna think Nova is my best friend. He's dealing with the same bullshit I'm dealing with, so why not? He is my best friend. Why not? He is my best friend. You people are fucking retards. Keep being stupid. So, we're going to stand up against you. All the forces of heaven are going to stand up against you. We're going to stand up against the trolls. It ain't acting right, dude. I'm looking at the internet. Ain't acting right. Why is all the fucking internet here fucking not working? God damn it! How do I make it work? Oh my god. It's gotta work. Wrong! Shouldn't be having notifications. Hey. Yeah. Yep, with you all the way, buddy. Oh, yeah, the bottle. Like, literally. Yeah, I fit. Let me suck your soul. Let me suck your soul. I'll steal your soul like a thief in the night. Yeah, I gotta make some kind of nasty noises when it goes with that. I am sending you a book next month, dude. Watch my videos, honey. Oh, bad boys. Sexy. Very sexy. It's been naughty. Very naughty. I think I'm going to quit my Facebook. I don't need it anymore. Nobody's there. Oh, Sophia! She's my pillow queen. It's magical. It's magical. It makes me huggy. And very naked. Oh, she's beautiful. I want those huggies. She's heavenly. It's so soft. You're lost, honey. Oh, sexy. She is sexy. I love soft places. I love soft places. She's got comfy places. You know, pillows, cuddles. You know. Well, softness hugs is huge. You should know that by now. When I hug, my arms get so strong and they hold on so tight. Tight as my onesie. Yeah. As tight as my onesie. Ooh, it's sexy. I only want my direct references. Yeah. Ooh, bad boy. You're dreaming my Huggies. Buy some Huggies brand diapers. Because you're not sweet on me enough to get my hugs. Oh, that'll fuck with them plenty. You know, fuck with these losers. Maybe I participate in the No King Road. No. Absolutely not. absolutely stupid. No, I don't support no kings at all. I don't support the no kings bullshit. They should all be arrested and executed. No, we don't. The real photo is Democrat Party. Oh, those are nice tits. I love tits. I love dude pillows. Ooh, nice. Nice boobies. Let's go find some milk and boobies. Ooh, what's my heavenly up to? Aww, Sophia had her chance. She had her chance. Let me show you. I'll turn this around right now. I'll tell her straight up. You had your chance, honey. Yeah. Yeah, she will. She'll be alone for a long time without my cuddles. Nobody loves her. Everybody hates her because she's a lol cow. Because they're racist and they're evil. I want those cuddles. Oh, I love soft. Look how soft she is. I want that cuddle. Oh, I love those soft places. Yeah, I want those soft places. Ooh, it's nice. Oh, yeah. Well, have a good night, motherfuckers. We had fun for now.